Hello everyone, and welcome back to This Week in Mythic Plus. Now this week we have Fortified, which means that non-boss enemies have more HP and do more damage. Bolstering, which means when a non-boss enemy dies, it will actually buff all other enemies that are in combat by buffing their HP and damage. And Skittish, which means that tanks generate 75% less threat this week. This is still Season 1, so we have the Season 1 affix of Infested, which means that some mobs will be infested by Gahoon, and when they die, they will actually spawn 2 spawns of Gahoon, and these 2 spawns will try to run over to other non-boss enemies and infect them as well. Now tanks, this week you want to run your AoE and cleave build to try to maintain as much aggro as possible. Also, you do want to be limiting your pulls this week to about 4 to 6 mobs because of bolstering. Anything more than that is going to get out of hand. And you also want to let combat drop between pulls so that bolstering doesn't affect you chain pulling. Since we do have Infest, you should also be stunning and snaring any spawns of Gahoon that come out so that you can stop the Infest as soon as it happens. And you also want to pop your DPS cooldowns on Big Trash in order to have them all snap onto you because of Skittish. Now DPS, this week bring your AoE and cleave spec and get the pulls down as evenly as possible. The more even you get the pulls down, the less of an impact bolstering will have on you and your group. Also this week, make sure you wait 3 or 4 seconds before you go in and full DPS because of Skittish. And you should be watching your threat this week. Slow down because your tank will need extra time to catch up. Also for Infested, stun and snare the spawns and nuke them as soon as possible. And use your DPS cooldowns on Trash after waiting a few seconds in order to nuke them down as fast as possible. Healers, this week increase your heals on your tank as the pull goes on because the pack will have increased stacks of bolstering. Also make sure you watch out for DPS that's pulling aggro. They might need a quick heal or two while your tank actually taunts off of them. And use any snares or stuns that you have on spawns of Gahoon so that your group can nuke them down as quickly as possible. Overall this week, I would consider it a 6 out of 10. It's not a very difficult week, but you can't go very fast because of the affixes. Make sure to keep the pulls to 4 to 6 mobs maximum, and you also want to wait for aggro on your tank. You're going to be using all of your DPS cooldowns on Trash since you have Fortified and Bolstering. And also make sure that you snare and stun the spawns of Gahoon and nuke them down as quickly as possible. So make sure you get in there and get your plus 10 done for the week to get maximum rewards. And if you like my content, like what I do, want to help support the channel, go ahead and visit my Patreon link down below. I also do stream every Wednesday and Friday, so check me out on your favorite platform. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, good luck out there.